Hello everyone, it's your boy 2Bad2 and welcome back to another Good or Bad. This is a series I do on my channel to tell you if a game is good or if it's bad. Today's game is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So everyone, let's do this. So right off the bat, I'm going to get rid of all the bad I dislike about the game. Then I'll get into the good along with the bad. I'll just start doing everything and talk about the bad and the good. You know, all that stuff. So first off, the bad. Now, when you're inside of a building, when you're inside of a burning building trying to save people from a fire, in an epic hideout trying to take out the bad guys, it is probably one of the hardest things ever to do, to move around. Web swinging in that environment is impossible. You just can't do it. And they really limit that because it's Spider-Man. He should be able to do that. But it's so hard. The camera angles get so messed up sometimes when you're in a building trying to web swing. It's like they didn't put enough time into that. Now, when you're web swinging just out in the open, you know, in the city, it's amazing. They did such a good job on that. But out when you're in a building, when you're in tight spaces, they limited it into nothing, and that's messed up. And that's a big thing I dislike, but sometimes you just can't really do nothing about that, you know. But right over here, guys, I'm going to show you some of the combat, then I'm going to get into more of the bad things. So, the combat in the game has improved so much over the last game. It is much more smoother, it's much more free-flowing, it's so much cooler. I mean, it really is. It's like the Batman Arkham games to a point. Now, right here, you're seeing me. There's double takedowns, you know, the double strikes. You got the special takedowns, you know, you got the signature moves and all that cool stuff. You got the slow down time stuff. You got those two different things. You got to do all that stuff. There's so many things you can do. It really is awesome. And let's get this final guy right here. One more gap right after this guy. Yep, this guy right here. He can't get away from me that easy. And there he goes. We do a super cool stuff. He goes up, and he just goes up forever. But that's the combat. The combat in the game is awesome. Now, I'm going to give you this. When you're fighting, like, the higher grade bosses, like, you know, like the thugs, like the premium thugs, you know, like the next grade up, it gets pretty annoying. Some of them, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Why am I not hitting them? They move around way too quick, and it's really messed up to some point where it's like, just die already, just get rid of it. You know, it just isn't that fun. I mean, it just takes way too long sometimes for them. And I don't know the reasons for that, but that is a big reason. I forgot one of the things I was just about to say. I'll talk about something else though. But the web swinging while you're just in the city is amazing. I mean, it's just so cool. The slowdown feature in the game is awesome. You know, all that cool stuff. You know, go right to anywhere. See how cool this is, guys? Look at this. You can just go right down here if you want to, and it goes right there to that thing. It is really good. As for the missions in the game, the story is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The story is decent. It really is decent. Now, the huge thing I dislike, this is a huge thing, guys, the graphics. The graphics in the game is pitiful, and I mean that. When you're out in the open, guys, when you're in the game, just playing the game itself, you know, fighting the thugs and everything, just right now, it looks better than the cutscenes. The cutscenes, guys, looks like just so bad. Peter Parker looks horrible when he's just out in the open without his suit on. He looks so bad. And so many others. It's like it messed it up. And I don't know the reasons why. If they only got a good engine to make this game, it would be so good. But the facial expressions, the only good facial expression in the whole game is Stan Lee's. That's it. That's it. That and maybe Frisk, I guess. I don't know. But Peter Parker's and the rest of them just look so bad, and I don't know that. I don't know the reasons why. It's messed up big time, guys. But other than that, guys, you know, the web swinging is awesome. The combat has improved. I wish they would fix it for some occasions. Oh yes, this is something big. Now the fire. There's like bonus missions. I'll actually show you on the map if I can find one. Oh, right they are. Okay, the fire. These things are get the residents out of a burning building. These are nearly impossible. And when I say that, they do not give you enough time to complete them. I mean, they really don't give you enough time. I tried to beat this one 5 times. I couldn't do it. I got 4 people out. That's the fastest I did it. But the timer's already done. And there's no other way. And it's like they made it impossible to beat. And I tried every way possible to get them out. But the timer goes down so quick. And they die, and I lose my reputation. It's just so messed up. The fire missions, I think, are bugged. Because it's just, some of them are nearly impossible to beat. It's just, it ain't cool. It ain't fair at all. The races, they are fun. They're fun to do. Photo investigations are like this side mission thing you're doing. You go take them. You got the car chases. You got the police shootouts. You know, you got all the petty crime stuff. And the task force is trying to get you all the time. Pretty cool. You got the comic stand. You know, you got your you got the train that takes you to your home. It's pretty cool stuff. I mean, but to me, guys, this game, it is good when you're playing the game. When it switches to cutscenes, they messed up on it. They messed up big time on the cutscenes. They just didn't do a good job on it. The graphics look good when you're playing the game. That's it. This is it. This looks good. But when you're in cutscenes, it just looks so bad. The fire missions, they did not do a good job on. Combat has improved hugely over the last game. And really a lot of other things. What else was I going to talk about, guys? You know what? I don't know. The inside of the buildings is hard. The web swing. Voice acting is good. I mean, and it's not the best. It's not the best at all. But it could have been better. I mean, it could have been a lot better. But you know, that's how they did it. That's how they wanted to do it, I guess. I don't know. But you know, this game, it's fun. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I like Spider-Man games, and it's a fun one. I wish it would have improved on some things, but that's how games like these are. You know, if they don't get like a huge developer to make it, if they don't get a great engine to run the game, this is how it's gonna be, and it's fun to a point. I mean, it's fun to go around to Spider-Man, web swinging around the city, fighting bad guys and all that cool stuff. But sometimes I don't know, guys. It really is just something else about this game. It's fun to a point, but then it just isn't. But guys, if I was gonna give this game a rating, I would give it a 7 out of 10. That's what I would give it. I think I'm being generous. I really do. But I like Spider-Man, and people like Spider-Man. You know, they got some great features in the game. Like, another good thing is the comic store. The comic store shows you actual comics of the older Spider-Mans by collecting the comic book pages, over 300 of them. You can look at them, the full comic book. You got arcade, you got the action figures, you got the posters for concept art. And it's all in the comic store, you know, with Stan Lee talking in the background, all that cool stuff. And some of the things are cool in the game, but some of them just need to be fixed, and some of them just does not need to be there. And yeah, I'll say 7 out of 10. This is what this game gets. It's fun. It has a great story. The story is actually good. I just wish it was done better than what it was. I mean, I really do. And but you know, that's just how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? That's just really how it's gonna be. Oh, what's this? These things are just annoying sometimes. I mean, they really get annoying. They just spawn way too much, and you can tell, guys, since I've been playing, and you can't get away from them. You have to take them out. But yeah, guys, 7 out of 10. I hope you agreed with that number. If you played the game, you would understand what I'm talking about and where I'm coming from. It's just one of those things. Right there was a comic book, but yeah. This game, it's fun if you like Spider-Man. If you don't like Spider-Man, I would get it or rent it just for the just to play it, just to have the trophies, you know, and all that cool stuff. But guys, as always, this is what I give this game. It's a good, but it's a good game. It's fun. It's just, I wish they just did better. You know, I really wish they did better, and I hate that because Spider-Man, I love the games. Spider-Man 2 was my favorite game back in the day for the PlayStation 2. That was just an awesome game. But you know, that's how it is sometimes, guys. But I hope you agreed with me. If you did, drop a like down below. Subscribe to stay tuned for the full Let's Play I'm doing right now. And all that cool stuff. And as always, this has been 2x2. And take care, guys.